Okay. All right. So let me just continue. So the first resource I'm going to discuss here about is ML. So as in the video also I mentioned that Sendex is one of the best channels for Python programming tutorials. And first of all, let me just go through this channel again. So in the playlist section, if I go, so you'll see that there are plenty of resources around here. Python, neural networks from scratch in Python, facial recognition. So this is basically one of the best YouTube channels out there for machine learning. This is where even I started. So what you can also do is that you can generally go to any Udemy or Coursera course and you can find the topics if you're looking for a direction. Although the playlists from Centex are also very decent. He's one of the more professional guys into this field. He's one of the official guys. He has some of the best resources. So you can see there are plenty of
Hi
playlists
guys,
out
it's
here,
Lady
right?
Gaga. My new album is out.
Adding to that, you can see there are some deep learning. These are popular topics, deep learning, and these are Python tutorials. And again, I'm saying Sendex is one of the best whether that be AI, ML, or robotics. All right. Yeah, Pallavi, those tabs are all resources. These are all free resources that I'm going to be discussing right now. Don't worry, they are all useful resources. So as soon as I discuss a resource, I'm going to close that tab. All right. So continuing that, you can see these so many. Hey, this is for web development, desktop app, and so on and so forth. My point is that Sendex has some of the best resources. I'm not going to put a lot of time in every resource. I'm just going to discuss a quick overview. So I'm moving on to the next resource. All right. So this again I discussed in my previous video as well, but that was from deeplearning.ai. This is purely from Stanford. So Andrew Ng, as I mentioned, is one of the top instructors in machine learning. So he starts from very basic. So as I go down here, you can see the course is offered by Stanford University, right? And you can see there are courses on machine learning. I recommend the most is deeplearning.ai. This is one of the courses that even I took on Coursera, and this is current. I'm even enrolled in it currently, right? The content is up to the date. A lot of new algorithms have been added recently. So if your course is outdated, you can go and check out on the newer resources. All right. If anybody is here from DTU right now, for DTU, all the courses are free on Coursera right now. So you can definitely go there. Again, another important resource is deeplearning.ai. This neural networks and deep learning. So if I go through this particular course, so you see this is introduction, linear regression, linear algebra, then there is week 2. So this is one of the first most basic courses that I'm discussing. All the links I'll provide you on the WhatsApp group mentioned in the description, so you can join the WhatsApp group, right? So you can see here, this is an 11-week program, and this is one course. This is actually an entire specialization for 4 courses. So you can be sure that within a span of a few months, you will be an expert in deep learning and AI, right? Don't worry. I know it's a bit of lengthy course, but the content it covers is extremely amazing. So if you don't want to buy this course, what you can do is see there's this option known as financial aid available. So when you click on it, they'll ask for some basic information about yourself. And I know a lot of people have applied for it, and I haven't seen even a single one getting rejected. Plus, you can enroll for free. So the difference between paying for it and enrolling it for free is that for if you pay for it, you'll get a certificate. But in development fields, certificates do not matter enough, because what matters is projects and what matters is knowledge. So whenever you will be in front of an interviewer, so whenever you will be in front of an interviewer, that will matter the most. So Kaustubh is asking, can I provide some resources for IoT as well? So Kaustubh, the channel that I was just discussing previously, Centex, you can check out his playlist. There's also a playlist for IoT as well. When I started with, I actually made an IoT car with it. It used both machine learning and artificial intelligence, so you can check that there. So what I used was Raspberry Pi and GoPiGo. So you can Google them once. But yes, your doubt is considered. I'll be discussing a few of those also. So moving on to the next resource. This is fast.ai. So you can see our online courses all are free and have no ads. So this is amazing. So practical deep learning for coders, deep learning from foundation. So you see, this is a huge list of courses out here. You can see. As long as I can scroll down, you can see courses and courses and links, right? So check this out. Our software Fast AI V1 for PyTorch. So they deal in PyTorch as well. All right. So the one course that I will recommend are these first three courses. Right. These are for coders. These are so the difference between coding machine learning and those taught in modern MBA programs is the difference of maths. When you're coding them, you don't have to worry so much about the math as unless you are into research. You can just simply code out your models and load onto your data. But when you actually do research part, you need to know the linear algebra behind it. So for the beginning, you can start with these courses. So once you go through those courses, you can go into the deeper mathematics using this course, computational linear algebra. Any there you will be learning more things. All right. So moving on to the next resource. This is deeplearningbook.org, right? So this is actually, I'm also suggesting some books out here if you are somebody who doesn't want to learn from videos, right? Even though videos are one of the best resources out there. So you can download the book over here and you can see uh, citing the book. These are the books you can download. This is actually one book and these are the table of contents. So you can read the entire book if you want. This will go through the maths, go through the code. This goes through everything. So this is one of the books. The and again I'm telling you to please join the WhatsApp group in the description, since all these resources I'll be sharing on the group. All right. So far, if you are just joining now, I have discussed machine learning resources and I'm finally and almost at the end of it. So this was another Google Drive. I think they have removed it now. So moving on to the next part, this is some another machine learning course in PyTorch. Now I know some of you might be wondering that I said free courses, but as you can see, right? But the point is how to maximize this. Again, Udemy courses are easily available on the internet. All you have to do is just torrent search a bit. So, Choma, DevOps, I'll not discuss right now because DevOps is clearly available on the Microsoft site. I'll definitely be discussing that in the group then. Okay. So, continuing with the topic, yeah. So, not only Udemy courses are directly available online, but also you can see that there is this course contents. So you can select every topic one by one and then you can search them on YouTube very easily. Right? I know the instructors are different, but don't worry, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you should be able to learn. Right? So you can see fundamentals of reinforcement learning. So why am I showing you this course is because of the contents. I personally love the contents of this course. These are some of the courses that are best out there. So that is why I'm sharing these courses and you can include these resources out there, right? So you can search all of these contents easily and you'll be able to find information on them on YouTube, on Google very, very easily. All right. So this is about this course, Modern Reinforcement Learning, Deep Q Learning in PyTorch. All right. So if you want to check it out, you can definitely check it out. Next up is again Modern Reinforcement Learning, Actor Critic Methods. So same advice. You can go through the contents as you can see here. The the lectures and content is quite huge. So you can simply one by one copy these resources and paste them on YouTube. You'll easily find tons of videos on it. All right. Plus, if you are lagging behind on Python and do not want to just start with Python, if you also there's also another alternative. So on the channel itself, I'm starting with a machine learning course as well. So you can join that course, and every week I'll be posting some resources for machine learning there. You can also continue with that. So tomorrow we are holding a workshop on NumPy and in Python, and there is UI/UX design. All right, so you can join that, and also I'll be discussing Git and GitHub. Okay, so yes, again back to it. So all these contents you can easily find on the internet. All right, what results should we expect in this? Now you'll find that some of these things will not be directly able to search. So about that also, what results should we expect? Write down this, copy the course name, and write down machine learning. These three keywords are important when you're searching this. Now, let's say if I copy this, I won't be getting any substantial results, right? So what you need to do is copy this out, paste it, and then copy the course name out, right? That is also very important. So this is pretty much absolute vulture stuff. All right, go for it. I mean, online resources crazy. It's crazy out there right now. So you can definitely go check this out as well. Right. So next up again, this is Manning Publications. for reinforcement learning in motion. So this is again a free resource. You can check this out. What is the live video about this project? Math refresher. So this is mostly a book again. All right, these are books if you want to buy them. So this is basically the information about what it discusses, and you can go explore the sitemap if you want. So here again, table of contents of the book, introduction to reinforcement learning, key concepts. So basically, I've given you an entire sort of a forest out there of information. You can go check out the entire forest if you want, or if you want to stick to a few particular topics, you can also do that. Right. So for every resource so far has offered something different. Just make sure that some of those resources were dealing with PyTorch, some of those were dealing with deep learning. Like this is reinforcement learning. Like reinforcement learning is something very wide and not just something very wide and not just a particular topic. So you can definitely go and check this out as well. All right. Up next again. Now I'm coming down to Android now. So for Android, I discussed in my previous video, the best resource is of course the official site itself and Code Labs. So I'll just write it down. So Code Labs, CODELABS, Code Labs, which is a Google initiative. You can go check that site out. And there's also developers.android.com. Again, these two sites are amazing. You can check them out. They're official. All right. Plus, there's a Udacity course. I'll just be discussing that in a moment. Besides that, here again, I built 23 apps. Now, this is something amazing. I love this. So, to build 23 apps, what you simply need is the resource behind. So, you see Uber clone, there's WhatsApp clone, there's Flappy Bird clone. But the point is, all of these clones, all of these projects, you can easily Google them on GitHub. Just copy Uber clone, comma GitHub. You'll find the project on GitHub with proper description, proper explanation. So that's how you can build this project, right? So for buying these courses, if projects was your motivation, then don't worry. You can simply copy these and put it and find them on GitHub as well. So what and some GitHub channels, what they do is they will not only put the project over there, they will explain the project beautifully about the resources that they have used, about the tools that you need. So that is also very handy if you want to check it out. All right. So all of these topics again you can easily find on Google. Plus you can find the entire Udemy course as well on torrent, and that is without saying, right? So next up is Comprehensive 2020 Android Development Masterclass. Now this was one of the courses that you will not easily find on torrent, sadly. But again, be a vulture. Learn to be a vulture on online, because that is the most important skill I can give you out of all. No need to buy any resources. All those people who claim that they can help you clear the entire interviews, entire placement session, nobody can do that. I am telling you this. Even I post videos on placement and interview questions. Even I can't guarantee a placement. Nobody can, because it's so wide, right? So Rahul, yes, web development will be coming to web development in a few moments. Let me just complete with Android, and then the maximum resources for web development. Don't worry. All right. So you can see, they look at this, the entire section. So this is one of the courses I tell you. Even though I'm telling you about free resources, this is one of the course I found worth the price tag. The prices may differ in each country, of course, right, according to your country. But again, this is one of the best resources out there. So this covers everything. So I found this pretty amazing. Besides the free resources, this is one of the resource I would recommend to buy. No other resource I would recommend buying. So the important section here, this is such a wide course, and you get it for lifetime. So this is a good course if you want to enroll, or otherwise simply, as I already mentioned, learn to be a vulture. Google them out, torrent them out, find them online. This course you won't directly find on torrent because it's a new course. But patience, my friend, patience. If you have patience enough, you will find it eventually, for sure. Plus Udemy is something you will find free accounts and free logins for a lot of courses on online very easily, right? So okay, moving on next. So this is the course that I told you about, Udacity, become an Android developer nano degree program, right? So this is again free. So if you don't join the degree complete, if you don't join the complete degree, what you can do is you can one by one select all these components and you can just learn them, right? Plus you can always search on Udacity about the Android developer other courses. So again, one of the important courses for backend was Firebase in a week. Okay, Firebase in a week. Now that goes through the backend process using Firebase. You can go check that out as well, right? So what you can also do is download syllabus, Google them out. Plus, there's also a course on Udemy which is for free, which is offered by Code Labs. So that one you can check out. It will start from very basics and run you through the entire process using Kotlin. So that is one of the other great courses out there. Right. Moving on to the next resource is again this Android development masterclass using Kotlin. Now I am discussing this one because the previous course was with Java. Now this one is with Kotlin. So Kotlin is very up and coming. Kotlin is quite easy and quite handy, right, to implement. So you should definitely learn Kotlin because Kotlin is the future for Android. So the here now the highlight of this course is this. It also covers databases. So databases are easily found online because not only Android official site provides the data provides the documentation, but also SQL does. Even Microsoft does. You can go onto their site and learn complete SQL, right? And it's all free. So extra information, source code and stuff, this is all very basic things. You don't need to worry about these. So this course's highlight was only this databases and top 10 downloader app. All right. So this is not actually something new or something amazing, but this discusses very important fundamental basics of Android. So how to find free accounts and free logins of Udemy? See, not all of them will work, but sometimes what you can do is you can Google them out. You'll have to search a little, and you will find a few logins already, and they will have bought courses. People post them online. Even if you don't find one, best way is torrent because sometimes what happens in those accounts is the person changes the password. Right? So best way is torrent. People you'll easily find courses out there. So if there is any course that you don't find on torrent, you can always Google search and YouTube search all these particular topics. So on YouTube, I'm telling you there are a lot of YouTube channels that discuss Android as well, but there is no particular YouTube channel that discusses completely. So I'm not recommending any YouTube channel. But uh, so I mean, what I meant was that as descriptive as it was in machine learning by Centex and Corey Schaefer, it wasn't so clear and so in-depth information in Android. Plus, a lot of those videos would be outdated because Android is continuously and constantly changing. Right. So I'm not recommending any particular YouTube channel, but you can definitely search around. Plus, in development, it's very simple thing. The more you practice yourself, is the better you learn. All right. So continuing next. So now this discusses both iOS and Android apps. So far we're discussing iOS. Now this is React Native. Now React Native is different from simply Android. React Native could be used to even develop iOS apps, and React JS can be used to develop web development. All right. So this again, I'll be recommending now a few resources on React. So if you want to learn React, React is also very great. So what happens generally is that you have to generally hire an Android developer and an iOS developer separately, and then they together make APIs and inculcate in each other's apps. So if you find a React Native developer, the platform React Native helps you develop both iOS and Android apps at one go. So that's what this is. As you can see, Dice Ruler app, third party tic tac toe. All right, all of this you can easily find on Google as well. But React Native is something that I would recommend because the online resource is relatively lesser for React. So if you want to go for only Android, you can also go for that. And if you also want to go for this, you can also go for this. All right. I personally don't use React. I use Android and Flutter. So you can go on and check this out as well. Next resource again, React Native Design, build front end of 10 mobile apps. This also now this has straight away 10 projects, right? This is straight away projects. So I would recommend that rather than all those other courses, what you can do is you vulture some of the resources around online, and then you come back to this course and develop all these apps. Right? 10 projects is quite good for 525, honestly. So these projects you can pick up, and all of these projects are worth showing on your resume. All right. And what you can do is You combine all of these apps and make one app with a functionality of two or three apps like these. So once you've done that, so you will be a good developer then, right? Your development skill would be substantial and you will be able to develop most apps. All right. So that is very interesting. You can check out this resource as well. All right. And the price isn't much depending upon the country, although it may vary, but the price isn't much. Plus Udemy offers bizarre discounts right now. So you can do that. All right. So moving on to the next. So this is courses on learn React Native bundle, right? So this is a bit expensive course, but it includes two courses, right? This is for iOS and Android apps. So this is the course that was mentioned in the previous resource. This is 10 projects if you want. So this course will be, you can find this course very easily online, right? So but the why I'm recommending, because the person that teaches is one of the best teachers. I have been following his YouTube channel as well, so that is also there. So Gaurav is asking, is there any need for VPN for torrent? No, Gaurav, you don't need any VPN for torrent. A lot of torrent sites are free in India as well. You can easily find some on Pirate Bay. A few sites won't be able to. So if you want to use VPN, that will help you fetch better resources. If, even if you don't use VPN, you'll be able to find Udemy courses quite easily. Okay. So this course is, again, these are two courses here. So iOS and Android app React Native Bootcamp. So this is a bit expensive, right? 1,600 rupees. But again, Google the hell out of it, right? Google it out. You will find all these topics quite easily. Plus, the best part is that a lot of these uh, contents is present on the instructor's YouTube channel as well. So the instructor here runs a YouTube channel and he puts a lot of resources there, right? So you can find his YouTube channel quite easily, Hitesh Chaudhary, and you can find a lot of these material on his YouTube channel as well. So that will be quite easy to learn. Again, for projects, if you want, don't buy it from here. Buy it from the previous Udacity source that I showed you. All right, that is a cheaper source, and you'll be able to find it there. All right. So moving on. So this will be the last iOS resource, right? And then second last Android, and then we'll be moving on to web development. Okay. So again, this course you can see. Now, why I'm recommending this course also? So out of all the other React Native courses, if you want, you can buy this one. If you are not looking for just projects, but actually a deep level understanding of how apps run, what is activity life cycle, and things like that. So this is the course. You can see there are 47 more sections. So it will take you around 6 months to go through this entire course, maybe even more. But this course goes through the entirety of an app, like how an app runs, what are the basics behind it, what is basic functionality behind the apps. Now that is something you must know, right? Because when you develop scalable products, you must know how to handle exceptions. You need to know unit testing. So all of those things are here, right? So this is again an amazing course. You can see the amount of lectures it has is bizarre, and for such a good price, right? So you can definitely, I'll recommend you to buy this one. Although, as I mentioned, no need to buy. If you still want it for free, this course you'll find easily on torrent, right? And plus, copy the contents, copy the course name, Google, and you will find it quite easily on YouTube or Google in general. All right. You'll find the course contents individually, and or maybe you'll find somebody's Udemy account. All right. So yes, these were the two. This was the resource I was talking about on Udacity, right? So this is the most basic one. This is from Code Labs, right? So you can see here, this is also quite huge, right? So I actually have done this course previously, I mean the entirety of it, because this entire course is present on Code Labs. So I did it on Code Labs, and you can check that out. On Code Labs, I'll be posting 3 links on the group. So if you're not in the group, make sure to join the group from the description. So on the group, I'll be posting 3 links for Android, and there you can find the resources on Code Labs, and you can, start with your development. So now, I think a lot of you are waiting for it. Web development. So first one is here, freecodecamp.org. Right. So all the remaining resources are of web development, right? So anyway, let me just go through it. So these are the certifications. You can go for these. Additional learning. This is coding interview preparation also. So the highlight is learn to code at home, build projects, and get started. It's free. It's absolutely free. All the courses. Plus you can go onto the forum and ask your doubts and things like that. Right. Plus there is news and there's everything. So this is one of the best sites I found for free resources, free code camp. You can go over at this resource, right? So you can see here responsive web design, JavaScript algorithms, front end libraries, the data visualization, APIs, information security. So this is the complete package. You can definitely go and check out all these courses, and it's going to be amazing. And the best part, again, I mentioned get started is free because free resources are the best kind of resources. Trust me on that. All right. So moving on, this JavaScript30.com. So once you've learned the basics of JavaScript, right? So you can go over here and you can actually build projects. So JavaScript 30 is for those who want to deal with projects. So you see here, see, this is a day wise schedule that they have laid out, and you can they actually make scalable. They will help you build scalable projects, right? And real life sites. So JavaScript30.com is again amazing, right? So you can join and see again $0. That is absolutely free. All you need to do is register, and what you'll get it this instant access to all 30 videos, 30 days of starter files, completed HTML, CSS, and JS solutions each day. Right. So again, this is amazing. So moving on, this labs.janesimmons.com. So you see, this is another great resource for JavaScript. So you can find here various books and various resources, a study of flexibility, a study of overlap. So this is more like not directly into web development, but the background of it. You know how to begin with it, about basics, how do web activities interact with each other, things like that. So you can easily go on this site also, right? So you can see these are the links. All right, layout land videos, layout land website, how to use CSS grid, revolutionize your web page. Right? These kind of things you can check out on this channel. Okay, so you can check this. Moving on. Okay, so eloquent JavaScript. This again, you can see contents. A lot of contents here. Part one, part two, part three. Right. There's language, there's browser, and there's Node. All right. So this is again. This is mostly about book. This is the book, right? So you can read this book and you can download this book very easily. This is one of the best books for JavaScript out there. This deals completely in JavaScript. So you can see here HTTP and forms, Node.js. It's the beginning of Node.js as well, right? So you can download this book quite easily, and you can also check out their other pages. So that's all about this one. This is actually the entire book. And moving on, the second book is this. This is on GitHub, right? So Getify slash you don't know JS. So on this, you'll find all these resources like sync, async, next, beyond, get started, objects and classes. So this again, JavaScript completely. So you don't know, this is the book series. You can find these books over here. You can click on this link and find these books. So you can also read these books if you are interested, right? So enough about JavaScript right now. So I'm going to show you actually some of the resources where you can write your JavaScript code. So CodePen.io is one of the best resources I found for running JavaScript codes and HTML codes. So generally for an HTML developer, how it goes is that he writes down the entire code and then runs it on his browser. But using CodePen.io, what you can do is write your code and then run it side by side. So once you sign up for free and you actually start using it. So if I start coding, okay, so it's taking a few seconds, which is weird. So yeah, this is open. So what you can write your HTML code, you can write your CSS code and your JS code over here, and all of here will be, and this will be displayed over here, right? So Rahul Chavana, Web Development Bootcamp, Udemy, any course all in one. So so Rahul, you can go check out the resource I discussed on Free Code Camp. That is also quite vast. If you want on Udemy, I'll recommend there is a course on Node.js. You can find it quite easily. It's the only bestseller in it. Okay, so moving on, this you can see HTML, CSS, and JS. Write on your code, compile it, and whatever is the result will be shown over here. You can copy this out and you can send it to people. You can change view. So CodePen.io is amazing. Next up is Atom. So this is by GitHub, right? This is open source. So you can download it. It's an IDE, right? So you can learn more about it. You can see this. You can write down your JS code, etc. So Atom is a great editor for your web pages. If you want an online editor, that was previous one CodePen.io, and now this. All right. So customization, packages, themes under the hood. So you can check this out. Atom is again great. So now moving on. Now this is one of the more primitive. This a lot of people know about it. So this is Visual Code Studio. So you can download Visual Studio. It's by Microsoft. So Rahul is asking Node.js, MongoDB, and JavaScript. Yeah. So I will recommend you a course on it. I actually have it on my phone. I will post it on the group. Rahul, could you please join the group? So I'll and text me on the group and text me personally from the group. So I'll recommend you the course with the link. Okay. It covers entire JS, MongoDB, and Node.js. Node.js basically. Okay. All right. So this again, I was there. Yeah, Visual Code is from Microsoft, and but a word of caution: Visual Code is can be a bit heavy on previous version of Windows. So make sure your Windows is updated, right? So you can download Node.js. So now for resolving doubts and queries, now here Stack Overflow here for developers by developers. So in my video also I mentioned that using Stack Overflow is quite important since if you I know a lot of people find it difficult to solve results on Stack Overflow, but the truth is if you know how to use Stack Overflow, everything is available because developers helping developers is a noble deed. So you can create your account and you can post answers and you can ask questions a lot on Stack Overflow. Learn to use Stack Overflow because it is the best resource out there for all the development related queries. Okay, moving on. So this again CSS tricks. This is also for doubt resolution. You can find all these articles over here from various people, right? These are popular for this month. Plus you can find other articles, and this actually keeps you up to date about new developments in JavaScript and CSS. So there's articles, there's videos, there's almanac, newsletters. So in the videos you can see Notion for public and personal use. There's a lot of videos about CSS and JavaScript. So you can check this out as well, right? Moving on. So most important free resource I'd say is of course YouTube. So I'm actually recommending you a few final YouTube videos. So YouTube channels. So you can go on all these YouTube channels and you can easily learn JavaScript and web development in general. So if I go check this out, Traversy Media. So Traversy Media is basically he deals in JavaScript and web development, and his explanations are quite simple. So you can see find it. So Rahul, if you want the entire thing, it's again this on Traversy Media. You can see Node.js videos, Python videos, learn the MERN stack, full stack React and Django. So you can find everything here. Look at the amount of playlists over here. It's amazing. It's bizarre. See Node.js tutorials. Everything is available if you want, right? So and again, if you find anything is lacking, there are more YouTube channels left to recommend yet. So Traversy Media 1.1 for me, one of the largest YouTube channels for web development out there right now. So you can go check this out. Moving on, Level Up Trust, Level Up Tunes. All right. So this again for web development, one of the premier channels. So if I go on his playlist as well, so you can see animating React with Framer Motion, right? So again, this again you can see a lot of React videos, right? Gatsby JS mastering. So again, amazing resource. So you can see here level up basics, how to build a blog, how to make your first website, HTML tutorials, CSS tutorials, right? CSS3 tutorials, WordPress basics. And you can find a lot of things over here. All right. So this is what you can do. Moving on, Derek Benas, and this is also another premier uh, YouTube channels for web development, right? So if I go into so learn in one video, this playlist you can find easily. So there are a lot of videos that he discusses one concept in every video. If you're interested in Arduino, so IoT, I don't remember. Somebody was asking me about IoT, so you can go here. Arduino Twitter tutorials. There are also for C++. There are also for Java. There are also for React. Right. There's some bizarre stuff also like low-fat vegan recipes. If you're interested in that kind of stuff. Uh, Basically, a lot of Visual Basic if you want to learn Django. Right. So yes, this is about assembly language. This is Raspberry Pi. So another resource for IoT. Right. I think Kostov was asking for IoT. So Kostov, you can check this out and how to make Android apps. So SQLite. So Rahul, you can also check this out. SQL. Right. So you can see again bizarre amount of playlists. So you can go check all of this out. And this is amazing. Derek Benas. Right. So next up is Dev Tips. So this is a relatively a bit newer channels compared to those I showed you, but this is for Docker, Kubernetes, and containers. And MPJ and David, let's build an online business. This is for Bootstrap, React JS, right? Adobe Live videos. You can find a few videos here on about JavaScript. You can see what is this in JavaScript, how to work with legacy code, query parameters in JavaScript. Everything you want is all right here, right? So that's how it is. Moving on, the Net Ninja. Right. So checking out his channel again. Now see, this is also very good for general web development. You can see Framer for React. Framer is a great technology. There's Webpack and TypeScript workflow using modules, Webpack dev server, things like that. So basically, I'm discussing different resources today as compared to the video that I posted 2 days back. So all of these resources are definitely out there, but I have in detail discussed for complete beginners in that video as well. So you can go check out that video too. So looking at playlists over here, we can see Cloud Fundamentals. So Firebase. So this is entire backend if you want. This is Firebase. So this is quite amazing. Firebase courses, right? So you can definitely go check these out for backend. All right. So Node.js and Firebase are two of the best things for building apps, building backend apps, basically. So I'm going to move on. But if you want Firebase, I think this is one of the best resources of Firebase. It covers pretty much everything. All right. So let me just move ahead in a second. Acadmind. This is the next channel, Acadmind. So you can see free plus update new course on Deno.js. Right. So Deno.js was there on the previous channel that I discussed as well. You can go check that out as well. Right. So you can see again a lot of videos on JS. This is one of the best resources again. Right. Also moving on to his playlists. So you can see D3.js introduction, React.js, Vue.js, Excel, understanding React.js, tutorial for beginners. So again, you can check this out. There's CSS, there's web development. So yes, if anybody of you is looking for HTML and CSS, you can also check out my previous sessions in the playlist, and there are videos on CSS and 2 sessions on web development. So you can also go through them. Plus, there are 2 sessions on Python, right? So this is the final resource. TechSith, if anyone is Star Wars fan. All right. So this again, the use of Docker. So this is actually building up. So you can follow these. He's uploading Docker videos right now. So you can follow this. So JavaScript mock interview, Udemy React hooks course. You know. So yes. Moving on. Playlists. Docker basics JavaScript. Right. You can check out his series as well. So ending with the resources, now I'm going to discuss about how to find projects. Right. So this is like once you've learned the development, best thing is to find projects. So let's say I want a project on web development. Web development, scalable projects. Scalable projects. So you see, all of these resources will come up and you can easily find. But the important thing is GitHub. So you will find various GitHub resources in GitHub. So what you can also do is what I generally do to hunt down projects is you can go on LinkedIn, follow those who are premier in this field, follow other web developers, and you can see front end checklist, right? Awesome scalability, front end interview handbook, CS video courses, things like these you'll easily find on GitHub. The best way to find a project is GitHub, right? For web development or machine learning. Machine learning, yes, machine learning. I generally look for machine learning projects. So what you can do is you can go on LinkedIn, and on LinkedIn you'll find a lot of people posting their projects these days. Whether that be on facial recognition. Facial recognition is something that is booming these days due to COVID-19 situation, where people are searching for masks, for judging whether people are wearing masks, things like that. So you object detection is again up and coming. So you can go check that out on LinkedIn, right? So basically, GitHub is the best way to look for projects. So what you can do is, so generally in sophisticated projects, what you'll find is a basic outlay of the web development of the project outside. So here you can see when you open this, you'll find that basic outlay of it, right? So what you do then is that you try to develop that on your own first. You see the resources, you see the a layout of it, and you try to implement it. And then if you are unable to, there is also the code of it, so you can refer to that code, right? So this again, you'll find the list of GitHub repositories out there for projects. So that be any field, web development, Android or ML. So this is quite handy. All right, uh, that is there. Moving on, I think web development, Android, and machine learning. The best way to find machine learning projects is on LinkedIn, as I mentioned. Right. Next up is Android. So on for Android also, what you can do is you can go to Code Labs. So what I'm going to do is just open Code Labs. So here, so in Google Code Labs, you'll find all these tutorials there, right? All Android tutorials, everything. So see this and advanced Android fragments using Android notifications. All these are all Android projects. So what Google Code Labs does is in every tutorial they help you build an entire app, an entire performance based and entire production ready app. So you can do that, you can build those apps and then combine a few of those to present as a project. Once you start doing Android, and eventually you will find more and more projects. So it's an eventual and gradual process. Once you publish one app on LinkedIn, people will approach you for more apps. And make sure you have a good peer network, you have a good community where people, and you are very approachable. All right. So you see, this is an entire list of a lot of projects. You can do that. All right. For Android, what next you can do is, uh, for Android, I think Code Labs is the best. Besides that, now let's come down to hackathons. So once you've started doing something, now it's time to attend a few hackathons. So how hackathons will help you, that you will be under pressure. You will be in an environment of 24 hours or to 48 hours, and the pressure of actually creating a scalable project is amazing. So so initially spend some time grinding upon the UI on the app. So suppose if you're in a hackathon which is of 48 hours, so spend around 6 to 7 hours initially, discussing the UI and functionality that you want. Right, work on it. Make the layout very clear so that when you're developing, you should not stop. And once you're developing, always try to implement one new feature in every hackathon. Implement a few new features, and that's how you learn. If you think that it is not implementable, don't give up. Just keep on trying and try to implement it. Even if you take entirety of 24 hours for it, do it. It's worth it. You're there for learning. Even if you don't win, learning is the actual winning. Right, learning is important. Go to a hackathon, attend it. So once you are through to the basics, see, in a hackathon, backend is a myth. Nobody concerns themselves with the backend. All you need is a good front end, and then you can dictate about how it is, and backend you can manipulate. So even if you want to learn backend, so if you start with one project, make sure you carry it with yourself for the next hackathon as well. Okay, don't leave a project after just one hackathon. Spend some time on it, complete the project, and then you'll be proud of yourself